All right, let's talk about a puzzle that trips up even the most successful creators out there. How is it possible that a channel with millions of views can still be struggling to pay its bills? Let's break it down.
I mean, it's a wild question, right? You look at a channel, you see the subscriber count climbing, the views are going through the roof, but behind the scenes, the creator is totally stressed about making payroll. This isn't a sign of failure, not at all. It's a sign of a really common but often misunderstood business challenge.
So, to really get this, let's invent a YouTuber. We'll call him Alex. Alex's channel is absolutely on fire. We're talking 1 million views this month alone. But the invoice from the video editor is due and the bank account is looking pretty slim. Now, how can that be? It's not that Alex isn't successful. It's because there's a big gap between earning the money and actually having the money in your hands. And that, right there, that's what we're calling the viral but broke problem. It's that strange, frustrating place where all your public numbers look amazing, but the private financial reality is a total nail-biter. And it all comes down to one thing: the timing of your cash flow.
So what's the fix? Well, it's all about creating what I like to call your financial breathing room. It's this operational cushion that lets you pay your bills and invest in that next big video without having to nervously wait for last month's ad revenue to finally hit your account. And the official term for this superpower? It's working capital.
Okay, let's get the official textbook definition on the board first. Working capital is simply the difference between your current assets, so the money you have, and the money you're about to get, and your current liabilities, which are the bills you have to pay really soon.
But a much easier way to think about it is this. Working capital is basically the money you use to keep the lights on and keep the show running day to day. It's the cash that covers all your costs while you wait for platforms like YouTube to actually send you your paycheck.
Okay, so here's the key. You got to know how to figure this out for your own creative business. And the good news is, the formula? It's super simple. But really understanding the two parts is what gives you total control over your finances. So let's break those down.
All right, let's look at the two sides of the coin. On the left, we have current assets. For our YouTuber Alex, that's going to be the actual cash in the bank, that AdSense payout that's coming any day now, and maybe some affiliate income that's on its way. Then, on the right, you have the current liabilities. That's the money headed out the door. The editor's invoice, those software subscription fees, and of course the taxes you got to set aside.
Okay, let's plug in some actual numbers here for Alex. So as you can see, Alex has about $5,000 in current assets. Pretty good. But there's also $2,500 in liabilities, bills that need to get paid soon. So you subtract those liabilities and boom, Alex has $2,500 in positive working capital. This is fantastic. It means Alex can pay that editor no problem and still have a nice financial cushion.
But here's the thing. It's not just about having working capital. The real art, the real trick is having the right amount. It's a balancing act because having too little is obviously dangerous, but as we're about to see, having way too much can also be a problem. Think about it. If you have too little or even negative working capital, you're in scramble mode all the time. You can't pay your team on time, maybe your video uploads get delayed, and you might have to take on debt just to stay afloat. But, and this might sound weird, having too much is also a problem. It means you've got cash just sitting idle in a bank account, doing nothing. That's money that could be buying better gear, hiring another editor, or running ads to grow your channel. And this chart really paints the perfect picture. You're aiming right for that Goldilocks zone in the middle. You don't want so little that you're in the red danger zone, but you don't want so much that your money is just sitting there being lazy. The whole goal is to have just enough to run everything smoothly and handle any little surprises that pop up along the way.
And look, this isn't just some high-level concept for giant companies. No way. Whether you're a YouTuber, a streamer, a freelance designer, or you run a little online shop, understanding and managing your working capital is one of the most fundamental keys to your survival and eventually your growth. So let's wrap this up. What are the big things you need to remember? First off, working capital is like a quick checkup on your business's financial health. It's what makes sure you can keep the doors open and the content flowing every single day. Most importantly, it bridges that super stressful time gap between when you pay your bills and when you actually get paid. It gives you the stability to handle surprises and the foundation to actually grow your thing.
So I want to leave you with this one thought. Views, likes, subscribers, yeah, they're all fantastic. But cash? Cash is the fuel that keeps your creative engine running. So the real question you've got to ask yourself is this: is your project built to survive the wait?